Okay. I think I fixed it. Please tell me in the chat that I fixed it. Please, please, please tell me. Hello, hi, how are you? Oh my goodness. What a afternoon, evening, etc. If it is still going chaotic, let me know. We might have to reset schedule. Yay! You see me? Oh my gosh. Oh, I am sweating and everything's chaos. Oh. Technology is not my friend. It has never been. And I'm still learning as I go with all of this. So trying to figure out how to troubleshoot it has been fun. Has been so much fun. So hopefully we can get everybody back in here. Yay, Rowan, hi. Hi, Val. Oh my goodness. Hello, hello. I know, listen, so apparently I don't know how to work the router either, because normally, I don't have to deal with that sort of thing. But so I thought I was pressing all the right buttons to turn it on and on. No, I was just making it worse. So I ended up unplugging it and plugging it back in, and then I had to wait for everything to come on and double check everything that was working. Ay. So we're good. Thank you. Yeah. Whew. Let's just get on with it, shall we? So today we are taking a look at the Animal Tarot. All right, let's switch scenes here. Boom. All right. I'm going to let people kind of filter in real fast. Hopefully they're getting the notifications. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh my goodness. I tell you, it's just been fun figuring things out on the fly. And okay, so if you are new here, hello, hi, my name is Natasha. It's fantastic to have you here. I'm also simultaneously streaming on Twitch, so hello, hi to you over there. All the information, everything you need to know about this deck, as well as me and all of my socials, etc., everything will be down in the description box below. I'm not sure how it works with Twitch, but with all of that, you can find me at my YouTube channel. So, anywho, today we are taking a look at the Animal Tarot cards. This is by Doreen Virtue and Radleigh Valentine, and illustrated by Dan Craig. This particular set is the 2017 version. I've had these for quite some time, and I've used them in a couple pick a card readings, but I've never came around to making a video about it. So we're going to do that today. Out of all of Doreen Virtue's decks that I have experienced and owned, this is the one that I like the best. Hello, Grace! Hi, nice to see you! Yeah, it really is very gentle and very sweet. It's similar to her fairy tarot, but obviously with animals. This, I feel, is more gentle in a way. I like the concept behind this one. It does have a little bit of a Christian vibe, but it's not in your face. I don't feel like it is. But it's just because Doreen is, at the time, was considered, I should say, a Christian mystic. So anyway, I'm kind of stalling to see if any more people will filter through, but let's take a look at the back here. So again, this is an older packaging, so I believe it retails for at least $29.99 in the US. It's published by Hay House, and right now it's sold out on Hay House. It's out of stock, and then it is way too expensive on Amazon right now because it's by used, I think, because it's pretty much out of stock everywhere at this moment, except for Book Depository. So if you go to that link, it's there as well. So that's a good sign if you guys want to purchase if you feel connected. So let's get into it. Some angels have 4 legs and fur. Stop with your BS. Technology, please just work. Animals are unconditionally loving and authentic and genuine in expressing their feelings. That's why these healing angels are sent to open our hearts to giving and receiving love. They're also teachers who guide us to be present and aware. Doreen Virtue and Radleigh Valentine, who are vegan and vegetarian respectively, and both avid animal lovers, advocates, and rescuers, bring you gentle messages from God's creatures great and small, from the polar bear to the deer mouse, the mini poodle to the Saint Bernard. With this deck of animal tarot cards, each card features a gorgeous illustration of a domestic or wild animal, filled with inspiring symbolic imagery. The companion guidebook shows you how to give an accurate reading with expanded meanings listed for each card. As with all Doreen and Radleigh's decks, the animal tarot cards are universally positive, loving, and respectful of your spiritual path of joy. All right, so let's get into it. Hi, Coraly. You made it just in time. We had technological difficulties for sure. It's been a wild ride already in these 20 minutes. So before we get into the cards here, I'll show you real fast the guidebook, which is pretty thick. We love a thick book. What I appreciate is that every card has a page number, even the minors. So you'll also notice that their suits are renamed. And so we have the different seasons. So spring, summer, fall, and winter. They all are very much relative to the original tarot suits, if that makes sense. So spring will be the wands, summer the cups, winter the swords, and then we have autumn as the pentacles or coins. And then we do have some spreads. They are your 3 card here, and then we have the Celtic cross, which is nice. Love when they add spreads. And then it goes into the meanings of each card. So we'll dive a little bit deeper after we do a flip through. And what I also like, some people don't like it, but I do, when the different suits have different color borders. I find it more aesthetically pleasing. I don't know. And there's the back. I love the little cat. So cute. So let me know if I start freezing or any technological problems happen. Just alert me. Let me know, because I'm holding out hope that this still works. So here we go. The other thing that I appreciate about this deck, especially if you are a beginner, it has little meanings down here for you. So you don't have to go directly to the guidebook. It has like a little blurb. So that's always nice, especially when you're starting out, because it's always hard to, learn 78 cards. And they are a gloss. I don't know. There we go. You can kind of see that there. There's a lot of really pretty illustrations. And it is a very positive deck. The cardstock too, let's just take a look. It is a nice cardstock. I'm not sure how it will be now, but this one is your typical prior to 2020 Hay House cardstock. It's thick enough that it's flexible, but or thin enough that it's flexible, thick enough that it snaps back. And look at this rabbit, little bun. Ugh, so cute. And some of the names are going to be changed. It doesn't really bother me. I know some people can be a stickler for keeping the original titles. I love this one. Have any of you used this? I know one of you in the previous attempt to go live said that you did. This deck has been out for quite some time, yeah. I don't know about prior to 2017 how long it was, but it's been in production for a few years now. But the problem that the this particular author, so Doreen Virtue has had, I'll say, drama, and so she is no longer within the divination community. So she has passed on her decks and her works to Radleigh Valentine. So he's now taking up the mantle of her decks. So if you want like the original before that happened, it's going to cost you a pretty penny. And so it's hard to find the decks with her name on it now that aren't, you know, a steep price tag. Okay, it was a firefly. I was like, there's no animal in there. Hi, Liber! Good to see you. Good morning. Yeah, I had to figure out, so streaming both YouTube and Twitch together has been interesting. And I thought I was able to see everybody's comments on both platforms, but apparently I wasn't. So I ended the last live and I saw all these comments from Twitch and I'm like, oh no. So now I figured out that I can pop the Twitch chat out. So yay, I can see both platforms. This guy's so cute. And of course, I love a peacock. And I really like the title for this, Release instead of the Death card. This is one of those very gentle decks that you can use with different types of clientele that need a little bit more of a gentle nudge in the divination, or they get intimidated really easily. This is kind of a nice one. They're not seeing any intimidating words or imagery. Or just for the avid animal lover. Right? Yeah, I'm not usually a big fan of Doreen Virtue's work. But this one, I think it might be the images that do it for me. I love. So ego would be devil. And then the one before, obviously, balance was temperance. And then the tower, life experience. So you see how there's like no real scary verbiage or imagery. So for those clients that are a little scared to go into a session or nervous or just need kind of a little bit more of a handhold when it comes to it, a reading, this might be a good deck for that. I want one. Yeah, it looks a little bit like an oracle deck, huh? Agreed. Oh, little trash pandas. Oh, what was Linda's name? Little King Trashmouth, I think it was called. I think her raccoon pets were called. I shouldn't say pets, but. And I love this dog. A little lassie. Alrighty. So now we are in the suit of wands. Yes, Bob's Burgers. I finally caught up to the current season, but I haven't watched any of the ones after the Thanksgiving. No. No, I didn't watch the Thanksgiving Halloween episode. Hi, Ethan. Yay. I love the little sea turtle. There are a lot of really precious animals in this deck. I like this imagery for Five of Wands too. Look at this baby. Oh man. Both of my dogs are rescue dogs. In fact, today, my youngest, Walter, this is the 3rd anniversary of when he chose us at the rescue. So, it's a special day. He literally chose me. He was like, nope, like, you're not going home without me. Sweet boy. And I like this for 8 of Wands too, the bees. Making things happen. If I'm not mistaken, the book goes into a little bit of detail about why the animal was chosen. It's been a minute since I've read the guidebook. Thank you. Yeah, he's my little special boy. We actually went into the shelter, so the way that they do it in our area is like you're put on a list, and so depending on where you are on the list for the dog, you know, it's first come first serve on the list. And so if the people above you didn't show up or didn't want the dog, then it goes to the next person. And so we actually had went to the shelter for another dog that we were on the list for. I love this one too. And that little girl was already taken. Somebody already got her, and we were lower on the list. And so we had just a feeling, we're like, oh, maybe we'll just go back to see if, you know, any more dogs were brought in or ready to be adopted. And in our area, there's a lot of bigger dogs that, you know, are in the rescue system. And unfortunately, that doesn't work for me or our lifestyle. So we had a feeling, we're just like, oh, we'll go back and check. And sure enough, there was little Walter, and he would not let me go. Like, he was like nudging at my hand through the kennel, and it was just sweet. And I was like, all right, this is the one. And luckily, the 2 people that were before us didn't show up, so he was ours if we wanted him. And we were like, absolutely, where are the papers? The minors are labeled in the 4 seasons, and so spring was wands, summer is cups, winter is going to be swords, and autumn is going to be coins. I always get summer and spring mixed up when I'm rethinking about it. I love this one with the hummingbirds. So yeah, there's a lot of beautiful illustrations in this deck, and a lot of really fun animals in here. Very vibrant. I do wish, however, the borders were a little skinnier. Yeah. It is a little bit different to, like, I feel like you have to have knowledge of the animals, like how they work, how it would be very similar to the meaning of the card. But, you know, there's a little blurb down here that can help you, as well as the guidebook. It goes into a little bit more of depth. It's just a different type of tarot. Yeah. Different kitty cats. I love this one. He's so fluffy. Look at all the little babies. So some imagery is similar. Like this one's very similar to the Ten of Cups. Yeah, little palm. Oh, the little frog. I don't know, man. I just love animals so much, and anything that involves them, I'm here for it. I get a smile when I see them, so I'm biased, so I prefer my decks to be borderless. Oh, yeah, I think it would be a lot better if they were skinnier. I don't mind borders if it's done well. Like this one's not too distracting for me. I'm finding myself not very picky when it comes to decks. There's certain things that I'm like maybe would like to do things better on, but like as far as like whether I can use it or not, it's this whole deck is not an issue for me. But there are some where I'm just like, All right, we're in swords now. Look at the babies. I'm sorry. A lot of you know how I am by now. Oohing and on. Little sleepy guys. If I'm not mistaken, koalas sleep like for almost all day long. If they could, if they would. They're very interesting creatures. Very, very interesting. And I love this representation too. Or this version. Yeah, I mean, it's not a terrible deck. It like there is Doreen's influence on it. Like of course, like you can kind of see that with the guidebook with how it's written. But this one doesn't rub me the wrong way like some of her other decks do. Like I have not picked up her Angels what is it? Archangel Tarot probably since I bought it like a year or two ago. It just doesn't do it for me. Now, I do like Radleigh's newer version. What was it called? Angel Wisdom Tarot. I do like that one. I feel like that one's a little less, it has more diversity. It's a little bit more creative, and it's a little bit less in your face with the religion, which is nice for someone like me who doesn't practice the Christian religion. No tea, no shade to those who do. It's just not. So Doreen's version was a little bit more preachier than Radleigh's version, if that makes any sense at all. The sheer like muscle and mass and athleticism of a horse is insane to me. And people just train them and ride them like it's no big deal. It's always been such a huge deal for me. Like, oh my God, that's a huge animal that you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna just ride on their back. Like, that's gutsy to me. And our last one here is pentacles or coins. The eyes on this one. Little face. I find it interesting how the cat is like the nine of pentacles, and then there was the cat for the devil card. Like the cats really do seem to love being spoiled. This is precious too. Right, the cow face. There's a lot of cats and dogs in this deck. I'm alright with that. That's not a complaint. It was just an observation. I love seahorses. Oh my gosh. Right, a kiwi, right? Like that's something you don't see all the time. There's a lot of very unique animals in this deck too. All right, so let's see how it shuffles. So it is, since there's a lot of cards and they are like a little bit of a thicker card stock, it is a little stiff to shuffle. But it's not like a be-all, end-all. And then I also have days where my hands don't want to work. So shuffling thicker cardstock is never really that much fun for me. But it shuffles fine in a general sense. If you have larger hands, it's probably going to be a very good deck for you. It's going to be about an oracle card size, but again, you have more than 44 cards, so it might be a little bit of a stiffer shuffle for you. All right, so we're going to read for the Princess of Autumn. So there's attributes here that could go toward if it's regarding a person in your reading, or another little blurb down here. So there we go. Cheerful, reliable, intelligent, mischievous. A wonderful opportunity related to your work or education, such as a promotion or scholarship, is coming your way. Seize this chance to learn something exciting or start a more rewarding and uplifting career. So then we're going to go to our handy dandy little book here and go to page 179 for a more in-depth look. (177) I misread. All right. So something wonderful, let me put this here so you can see it. Something wonderful either just happened or is about to happen. It most likely involves your career or education. It may be time to go back to school or take action on a very well thought out plan, which will go perfectly. You may have received a fabulous job offer or promotion with new training, or perhaps you were accepted into the college or learning program that you were hoping to use to advance your career. This is your opportunity to learn something exciting or start a more rewarding and uplifting professional path. The tabby cat is cheerful, reliable, intelligent, and just a little bit mischievous, but in a good way. She loves to learn and will always go out of her way to make you happy. It's really not in her nature to do a sloppy job. She will always go above and beyond and exceed your expectations. Her love of learning something new can sometimes get in her way, though. She could easily become bored, but if you just keep tossing her challenging assignments, she'll do just fine. The tabby doesn't refer to a single breed, but a series of markings that can occur across many. Most distinctive is an M on the forehead between the eyes. There are several wonderful legends about how that M got there, including one about Mother Mary having placed it there in gratitude for the tabby keeping baby Jesus warm and comforted in the stable. The tabby cat is about messages, happy messages about career, school, and dreams coming true. So when you see a tabby, just remember that the M means a magical message is heading your way. Let's see, do you see the M on here? Kind of. I kind of see a little M up there. So what do you guys think? Let's see, let's read let's read a major arcana card and see if there's any difference there. So here's the moon, which is the lynx. It's important to trust your intuition. Even if you're unsure of what's happening, all will be revealed soon, so worry is unnecessary. All right. Lynx are often symbolic of future unknowns, information that's there but is hidden from view. But that doesn't mean they're to be feared. There may be a lot of activity going on, it's just not out in the open where you can see it. However, since the lynx can also refer to your intuitive or psychic gifts, your instincts as to what's going on are probably right. You should trust your intuition and push any fears aside. All will be revealed soon anyway, so worrying is just a waste of time. If there's a situation or person you're not sure about, listen to your feelings. The lynx is a magical creature, viewed as a knower of secrets. What lynx don't know, they have the mystical ability to finding out as quiet watchers of all that's happening, able to stay perfectly still and silent as the world goes by. Likewise, at this time, you are asked to be quiet and pay very close attention to all that is occurring around you. All right. Your thoughts? Hi, Rosemarie. Good to see you. Yeah, I like it as far as like a general tarot deck, a general animal, more positive deck. I like that it's beginner friendly. I like that it goes in depth with, why they chose the animal for that particular card. I think there's like relevance and there is value in the deck over some of her other decks that have been put out and redone. That's just my personal opinion though. But as far as this one goes, like I feel like it's accessible for many people. Like it doesn't intimidate, it doesn't scare. It's easy to read with as far as the verbiage on the card and then using the guidebook next to it. It's not very traditional in the sense of the imagery, but when you see the reason why they picked that animal, it starts clicking and things start making sense that way. I find it a very gentle and very peaceful and very positive deck to work with. Sometimes we need a little bit more of a gentle deck to kind of like deal with the information that we need to get. Sometimes we're stressed or we're very emotional, we have a lot going on, and sometimes a deck that's very straightforward with imagery, or if you're reading the guidebook and it's very blunt, sometimes that's harder to digest the information that you need to get for your question or for that day. So having a more gentler deck is a nice asset in your arsenal, because some days we can't take the bluntness, I'll say. I know for me, when I was sick, I was like, I can't even touch a deck right now. I cannot even fathom doing that, because emotionally I was just like so out of it and upset that I was sick. So it took me a minute to get back to when I was feeling good. I was like, well, I don't want like a straightforward deck. I need a gentle deck to just kind of ease me back into everything. So yeah. I personally don't connect to this deck, but for those that do connect with it, it seems like a solid deck that is outside the box but still provides meanings gently. Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree. I think there are some decks that you just need to have a little positivity in, and a little gentleness. There's quite a lot actually that I have in my collection now that I would deem gentle, that I would deem peaceful and easy and positive, but not in a toxic positivity way. Not where it's like, oh, don't take anything negative. Don't look at anything in a negative way. It's more of, okay, yeah, so, you're having a bad day, you're having a bad time, like, but that's okay. We'll move through it. Like, sit with the feelings, that sort of a thing. So I don't feel like this is toxic positivity, because the cards that are challenging, I'll say, there's a clear action plan, or, you're accepting what is going on. So that I like to see. Yeah, it's nice right now. I feel like the world's crazy enough. We don't need to add any more craziness to it, right? Like, at least for right now. There's a lot of change that is happening. There's a lot of transitions that are happening right now, especially as far as when we go into this new moon that's happening on the 4th. Pluto just went, is it Pluto? No, Neptune just went direct. So it's been in retrograde for 5 months now. So like, now's a good time to start working on what you're passionate about, your dreams, that sort of a thing, like working forward. So change is about to like come in and swoop in. So it's a good idea to have like a positive deck in your asset to kind of work through those feelings, work through the changes. I'm not a cat person, but this deck is still cute and gentle. Yeah. It's funny. I'm both a dog and cat person. Like, I love both. I don't know. I don't different. I could have both. I couldn't take or leave both, actually. I shouldn't say that. I like both. I have a harder time connecting to animal decks. The only one I have... Oops. I lost it. The only one I have connected with is the Spirit Song Tarot. It's so gentle. That one is so nice too. So nice to use. I really do enjoy using that one. I don't take it out as much as I should. I think it has great messages. The deck isn't speaking to me though. If I were interested in a Doreen deck, however, I would seek out her decks. I'd get the ones with the new author. Yeah. I'm trying to be open-minded with all of it. I know he has a new one coming out. I'm not sure if it's out yet. I don't think it is. So I'm open and I'm willing to obviously flip through and review it for you guys. But as far as me using it personally, I don't get called to use any of those decks. It's not something that I'm driven to or called to. If I'm going to use an animal deck, I have so many other animal decks. I still need to do like collection videos of like, specific themed decks that I have in my collection for you guys. Because I do have a lot of animal decks. I have a lot of witch decks. Don't have a lot of fairy decks. Working on that. Yeah. So, I mean, it's not terrible. Is it my favorite? No. But It's definitely fun to work with every now and then. And also, like I said, if you have a specific client that you're working for and you don't have a gentle deck and want to try one out, this one's kind of nice to have in your arsenal. Just because too, like they can read the message on the card for themselves and kind of feel a little bit connected to the reading that way too. I know I have so many ideas, but things just keep getting pushed to the background. I'm also in the process of, I've had to wait like a month for these videos. So how to make your own vanilla extract, and then also how to make your own clove oil. So like I filmed the beginning of it and doing the process, but now I have to film like the aftermath. So it's been a minute to get to that because of the waiting period. So clove oil has been fun. That was my first time trying that out. So making it all from scratch has been nice. And I kind of got the idea to try it out because of the tooth pain that I had 2 months ago now, almost 3 months ago. And a lot of the like homeopathic remedies was to like put some clove oil on it. And so you can also use it for muscle aches, rub it on your body, because literally it's just cloves and olive oil or a carrier oil of your choice. And you can use this as well to dress your candles. So if you're doing any candle magic, it's a good candle anointment to help your spells go quicker, bring things to you faster, etc., banish faster, however you anoint your candles. And however you do your candle magic. So, you rub that on your candle, and then you can also put herbs or whatever else on your candle, and like it will kind of stick to the oil as well. So I thought, let's try it. The kiwi, yes, let me find that for you, hun. Actually, I think I can find it better in the table of contents here. I think it says. All right, the Six of Pentacles. All right. So the kiwi, feeling financially secure, acquiring a loan or paying off a debt, and monetary gifts. You have come to a place of peace and tranquility with money, or you will soon. This card symbolizes success and prosperity, but it comes with a message of charity. Now's the time to give to others in need, whether in the form of your time as a volunteer or a financial gift, and to do so with a grateful heart for all that heaven has provided to you. There is a balance between giving and receiving, and as you give to others, heaven blesses you with gifts of your own. You may also find yourself getting a loan, paying off debt, or receiving a grant or scholarship. The kiwi is a flightless bird that lives in New Zealand. Kiwis have a very powerful sense of smell, so they represent having a good nose for the truth. This is relevant to the Six of Autumn in that this card asks that you research to make sure your contributions are made to a reputable and honest people or institutions. Kiwis also lay the largest eggs relative to their body size of any bird. Because of this, they symbolize an opportunity for you to give generous gifts to those who are less fortunate. That's so sweet, kiwis. Yeah, you're welcome. I do really love decks that have cards with messages or a little blurb in the front. Those are great as a daily deck. Yeah, or like for, meditations, that sort of thing, like to meditate on the little blurb. Like, I think there's value in that. Any chance of any other oil to help with acne? Oh, I was going to recommend tea tree oil. So I don't really know how, what the Body Shop mixes theirs in, but you can do tea tree essential oil and mix it with a little bit of castor oil and dab it. But make sure that you're not allergic first. So any kind of castor oil, that even with like olive oil, maybe cocoa coconut oil too. And once like you melt it down to the oil part of it, that might work. And what I used to do was use it, put it on my skin before I went to sleep. I don't really, thankfully, have a lot of breakouts now, but tea tree was very beneficial when I did have them. You're so welcome. Yeah. I'm trying to research a lot more of like making your own oils, making your own essential oils and that sort of a thing, because I really like the idea of being self-sufficient with a lot of that and eliminating waste. And, you know, I love the idea that you know what is in it, that you have control of what is in it. The only thing with like the clove oil that I've noticed is that it still smells very strongly of the olive oil. But I mean, it's not a very negative thing for me. It's just like, okay, I really know that it smells like olive oil. Yeah, fun, right? I mean, yeah, we're all gonna get breakouts from time to time for various reasons. Yeah, been there. I have been there. I love it. Oh gosh. Witch hazel extract and tea tree. That's great, Liberius. Yeah, witch hazel is fantastic. A little bit of that and dab it on your spots with a cotton ball, cotton swab. We crafted a homemade skincare scrub with this flower oil. And I forgot to do a patch test on my neck, and the next day, oh no, it was burning. Oh yeah, always test. And then also with cinnamon too, if you ever try to use cinnamon in a scrub or a lotion or salve or oil, be very careful if you are allergic to it for your skin, because a lot of people have reactions with cinnamon, or it's not really healthy to use that on your skin a lot. I've used it for myself personally with like a coffee sugar scrub, and I didn't really have any issues with that. But you know, always do a patch test with anything that you put on your skin, and only you know if you're allergic to it. You know what I mean? Like, I can recommend you all of these things, but make sure make sure you do your own personal research as to whether or not that's going to react poorly on your skin, or you know, and also be careful if you ingest anything too. So yeah, it's a lot. And always have some Benadryl nearby. There's been a few times where I've gotten like little rashes or reaction, and it's always with a deodorant. Always, because that's where your skin is the most sensitive there. And it rubs against each other, and then your lymph nodes are down there too. So I've tried a few different brands of deodorant, and did not go well. So I'm always very hesitant when it comes to that. Native deodorant has not done that to me, as far as like a more natural deodorant. I did try a strong, I think it was Dove or something, and oh my God, never again. It was terrible. It ended up like moving down into my legs as well, having a rash on my legs. And so I was like, okay, no, doctor. Yeah, of course. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. So I got my Switch back. I should say our Switch. So I had to go and it wasn't charging, or wasn't, like, something was wrong with the port. So we had to ship it to Nintendo. Nintendo did the thing and sent it back. So I got it back a couple days ago, and I ended up buying for Black Friday the Just Dance, the new 2021 version. I'm assuming. And oh my God, I have never felt so out of shape in my life. It's been so much fun, and I would love to stream it, but I'm trying to figure out how. It might be one of those things where you just are watching the screen, and then, you know, maybe me in the corner. I don't know how we're going to do it yet, but I would love to stream that, and you guys can just roast me because, oh my God, I feel so old and out of shape doing it, but it's so much fun. I love it so much. And then I have to get back into Animal Crossing and figure out what happened on my island while I was away. Fractured coconut oil. Hi, Val. For a senseless oil in some of my essential oil creations. Oh, that's great. Hi, Sheila. Goodness, read right, Natasha. Cornflower, bicarbonate soda, a few drops of lavender, and a dusting to... Oh! That's really cool. Yeah, I'm really liking more of a natural... going a natural route with a lot of products, depending on what they are. Thanks! Hugs back! Yeah, so I did end up doing the, the unlimited whatever version. So like when you buy the game, you have X amount of songs. And with me and how I work is I get bored really fast. That's why a lot of like the DVD workout programs, I'm like, I don't want to do it anymore. I'm bored. I'm over it. Because it's just too repetitive. And so I started playing that, and I noticed how very few songs there were, because they have an easy, a medium, hard, and an extreme. And I'm like, well, I can't do the hard and extreme versions right now. And so the only ones that were left, I was like, okay, this could work. But then I was like way too curious to see the unlimited songs. And so I was like, all right, I'm just going to sign up for the unlimited. Oh my God. There's so many. And so it's been a lot of fun to kind of play around with the different songs. And there was like a 70s playlist that I started doing. The Rasputin song was on there, and holy 7-minute workout Batman. Like, I was not expecting that. And then I tried the Run the World, the Beyonce song. Nope. Could not get through that. And then I tried the Level Up, and I don't remember who sang that. No, that is not pretty. It was not a pretty sight, not at all. Do you all have Spotify? So I do, but I don't have the paid version. I was like, I don't need to pay for another thing. Gotta start, making it a little bit smaller there with all of the subscriptions. But yeah, no, I know about the year-end wrap, but I don't think I have that or access to it. I think because all of my songs are not paid for. Like, I can't go and like say I wanted to listen to like a specific Lizzo song. Like, I can't go and find it and then like add it to a playlist or anything like that. I think everything's curated. I don't know anything about all of this. I'm old. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad. Oh. Yay, I'm so happy. Yeah, right? Like, I have way too many subscriptions. Subscriptions I forget about until, like, they're taken out of the account. I'm like, when did I pay for... What is that? I have an Audible one. I have... which I'm almost finished with The Discovery of Witches. I'm so close. I have, like, 45 minutes left of that Audible book. I am young at heart. Sometimes I feel like I'm still like 23, and then I'm hanging out with the younger 20s somethings, and I'm like, oh no, I'm not 23 anymore. I'm so not 23 anymore. I have the wisdom of a 30 something year old, but the heart of a 20 something year old. And then I think tomorrow we're going to try to put up the tree, the Christmas tree. I've had to reorganize space and plants and all of that to try to figure out where I'm going to put the tree. So I don't know. Do you guys want a video of like decorating, Christmas decorating? Because I can do that. And then I would love to have do a video of like my ornaments, like why they're special, or like just to show the ornaments that are on the tree. I don't know if you guys would be interested in that either. Yeah, I need to finish that. I need to finish it. I need to start the TV show. I actually love the book. I find it very interesting. It's in it, the lady who reads it, the audiobook, is not annoying, and she does different accents for the different characters that come through, and it's actually really refreshing. It's not annoying. So I've been really enjoying listening to it. I find myself like when I do listen to it, I have to have like a repetitive task that I'm doing when I'm listening to it. Otherwise, I like zone out and focus on the task and not the book. And so then I have to rewind the audio tape, much like when I'm reading, I have to like reread the same paragraph 5 million times. But yeah, I really do like the book. I also purchased the second audiobook. So, but I want to take a break and reread, now I'm forgetting his name, Jim Butcher series, the Dresden Files. Oh, okay, yeah, well, definitely. I will, I don't think it would be an interesting, like, live, but I'll film, like, decorating, and I'll film, like, an ornament video, like a separate ornament video. We'll figure that out. I'll have to figure out how to do it well. And normally we don't decorate. We don't like go too far in depth with the Christmas decorating, just because I don't know. It's hard. It's just me and my husband, you know? So it's not like we have a bunch of kids that we do like Elf on the Shelf or anything like that for. So I feel like we have more fun decorating for Halloween, especially since like it's more of like an outdoor thing too for the kids, the neighborhood kids. But yeah, I'll have to see what I have in the garage, because we were kind of hand me down to some things this year, so I don't really know. I haven't organized any of the Christmas, so we'll see. So yeah, I'll go ahead and do that if you guys are interested. Yeah, my little memories. Yeah, absolutely. A narrator with a good voice. The Jim Butcher Dresden Files series is narrated by Spike from, and I forget his name, but Spike from the Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So it's very fun to hear him narrate. He's got a really good voice for it too. We love a good chat. Yay. Well, do we want to pull some cards, or do we want to keep chatting? What do we want to do? I know we started a little bit late and I feel awful about that. This little guy, I swear. The face on this just cracks me up. I'm trying to think of like Yule specific videos to do too. Like I feel like this year just went by so quick that I hadn't had time to like prepare anything. Pull cards. All right. So Sharon, since you were the one that sounded off, we'll see what comes up for you, Sharon. So we've got death, more change, more releasing, more transitions. And then we have the Knight of Cups. Yeah, there might be like something coming with this Knight of Cups for you. But this is a transition period for you, Sharon. Things are happening. But this one specifically says to release the past and move on to something new. This ending is the first step on the way to a happier future. And then the Prince of Summer here, Prince of Cups, says a deeply emotional and probably romantic experience will sweep you off your feet. Things can move very quickly during such whirlwind encounters, so stay balanced and make decisions with both your heart and your intellect. Interesting. Yeah, it's a new little period here for you. So look out for romantic change to happen too. If that or just another things coming into your life as far as, you know, offers or new people even. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but just look out for new people coming in, new opportunities. Okay, I'm going to write some names down because I want to be fair. Okay, so we did Sharon. We'll do Sheila next. And then Coraly. And then Syrian. And then Liberius. Okay. So Liberius, you're going to be after Syrian. And then, so we'll do Sheila, Coraly, Syrian, and then Liberius so far. You are welcome. Yes, manifest that person, girl. Release what no longer serves you. Release what is the, like, ideals and things that you don't want to move forward with. Now's the time for that too, especially with this new moon coming in, with the Neptune going direct again. Watch me completely mess this up, but I'm pretty sure it's Neptune. I'm trying to get more into astrology and how it affects everything because it is important in this community. It's just another little layer. Yeah, lots of S names. All right, Sheila. so we have 5 of Pentacles and 8 of Swords here. So the Manatee, focusing on the negative or worrying about money or your career can block your progress. Because your trust and faith are at a low point right now, it is not the best time to start your own business or become self-employed. This also can refer to feeling left out, feeling isolated. This actually does come up in the December pick a card reading that I just did. So this is very interesting. So this is a feeling of being kind of like left out in the cold as well. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. This is kind of just a moment where we got to check ourselves and figure out what we can do to change the situation. So this is worry. This is, stress because of the worry. This is feeling all of those things, feeling that low point. But we also have this 8 of Swords, which is about feeling trapped, feeling blocked as well. So the bunting here says, it's so easy to convince yourself that you're trapped when you really aren't. Trust that God will lift you to new heights and give you greater self-confidence if you affirm your freedom. So a lot of the times too, when we talk about the 8 of Swords, it's a lot of feeling blocked and trapped consciously in your mind. So there's a way to get out of it and a way to feel better and progress out of that feeling of being caged in or trapped in your situation. We have to just be aware of looking for the possibilities around it. So this is knowing that things might be tough, but also being active about, okay, am I just putting too much, am I reading too much into it? Am I overthinking, over worrying about it? Like, what can I do to get myself out of feeling like this, or getting myself out of the situation? I'm going to see if I can get one more card here for you. There we go. Okay, squirrel here. Be cautious about living a life of extremes, or seeing things in black and white terms. Consider, for example, whether you are spending too much versus hoarding with your wealth, or giving too much emotionally versus building walls that keep people out. So looking at your situation, assessing it. The 4 of Pentacles can feel and be more of like a hoarding situation that you're holding on too tight. And again, you could be holding on really tight to these ideas that are that low point and that feeling trapped. But yeah, of course. But also with the 4, 4 is a card about stability as well. So there's a foundation for you that you have. And sometimes we need to get back to that foundation, and however we can move our way of thinking back into that. So you do have a foundation. Now we just need to get rid of what no longer is good. Well, no, I don't want to say that. Get rid of the bad so you can get the good, right? Does that make sense? So definitely don't dwell. I feel like a lot of the times we can go through an issue, go through a problem, and then focus on nothing but the problem instead of finding solutions to get out of the problem, or finding solutions on how to better see our situation. So that's what I feel like this is asking right now, is to just kind of see the situation in a different perspective and know that you have a foundation, and get back to that foundation. Don't hold on too tightly to the ideas that you're feeling isolated, or feeling the worry and the stress, or feeling trapped. Go back to feeling that you have that solid foundation, that you are stable, that everything is good, and focus on the good parts of all of it, and then find those solutions to the situations that you have going on. Easier said than done, but having that in the back of your head when you're going through these problems, or when you're going through certain situations definitely helps is as a kind of like a lighthouse to go back to when you start going over the edge of worry or overthinking or feeling a certain way. Sometimes it's hard, especially if you're alone at the moment, to kind of look at your situation and be like, okay, well, what can I do? It's hard to take yourself out and then look at it in a new way. So this is what I'm seeing here for you, to kind of look back on what you're holding on too tightly to and release it and know that you can come back to a solid foundation. Hopefully that helps. All right, so next we've got Coraly. Yeah, they do have a bit of a Christian undertone, but I feel like for me, it's not as blatant as some of her other decks. It's something that I can kind of look at it as a more of a universal heaven or universal God or something like that. It's not like as blatant Christianity. I don't know. I try to be very open-minded with a lot of it as well. So it doesn't offend me in a way that some of the other cards in her decks have. Let's see. Okay, so Coraly. Okay, well, how about we try that again, please? All right, I'm going to take the top two. Okay, so, oh, that's the other thing in this deck. It is the strength and justice are reversed, swapped, I should say. So strength is number 11 here. So it says, for strength, true strength is disciplined through kindness, forgiveness, and compassion. You have tremendous personal power and courage. And then we have ego, or the devil card here. You may feel that you're being trapped in your situation, but that's not true. Be careful not to overlie. Focus? Is that supposed to be over-rely? I don't know. Upon material wealth and break free from negative thinking. So, again, I feel like a lot of change is coming for everyone, but for Coraly, there's something that maybe you feel attached to that's no longer in your best interest, something that is holding you back from your highest good or from where you want to go. So it's time to use your personal power and the strength and compassion you have inside of you and break free from it. Sometimes it could just be negative thinking. Sometimes it could just be like hard habits to break, such as, not going out to eat every night or, door dashing every single night. Sometimes it's like, breaking free from toxic people that are holding you back. And so whatever this situation is that has a hold on you and negatively, you might have to rely on using your inner strength and compassion to break free from it, to let loose and move on. And sometimes getting rid of those toxic people or toxic behaviors are a hard thing to do. That's why the strength card is particularly important. It's not saying you have to be like physically strong. It's being strong in your convictions, strong in what you want, and knowing what's right for you. And even though it might be a hard situation to say no or to say goodbye, it's in your best interest to do so. So even though it's going to probably be a hard situation for you, you have it within you to do what needs to be done to move away from old patterns, old behaviors, old relationships, people that are no longer in your best interest. Bye, Sharon. Thanks for hanging out. Sorry, I'm just going back on the chat here. Okay, so then we've got Syrian, then Liberius, and then Uka. Thank you, Rowan. And Live Love. Thank you for doing that, Rowan. I appreciate it. Okay. I mean, I don't know, Live Love, I don't know if I can see any of that within the cards, but we can see what comes up. Okay. Hi, Luis. Awesome. You are so welcome. All right. Now we got Syrian. Seven of Swords. Whoop, whoop. Things are flying. Hold on. All right. So there's something that you're not seeing here. Okay, so Seven of Swords here. Caution will help you avoid the loss of valuables, including non-material resources, such as time or peace of mind. Be aware of the results of your actions, as well as what others might be doing behind your back. Then we have Four of Cups. Your responsibilities may distract you from noticing all of the gifts that God is presenting to you. Be open to investigating opportunities that come your way. So there's something that you may or may not be seeing, or you may not be aware of. They are jumping. So Syrian, maybe be a little bit more aware of your surroundings, of the company you keep. This could also be saying to think outside the box. Sometimes when the Seven of Swords comes out, that's the thing that I think of the most. Thinking outside the box. I don't really think of, my mind doesn't usually go to like backstabbing or gossiping or thievery or anything like that. But I don't know why, but yeah, thinking outside the box. And there may be something that you're not seeing or not aware of with this Four of Cups. Also don't be like complacent about what's going on around you, because again, with this Four of Cups, there may be something that you're not seeing. So I don't know what this might have to do with, but be aware of what's going on. That's what I keep going back to. Thinking outside the box and being aware of what's around you. All right, Louise, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Good night, Sheila. Oh, never mind. You were saying goodnight to Louise. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm not sure, Syrian, what this could be talking about. Maybe you do. But yeah, something that you're not seeing. And don't be complacent. So, I mean, again, there's a lot going on. So just be aware of everything around you. Be around of the company you keep, or be aware of the company that you keep. And if this could be about relationships or jobs, just make sure that you're reading the fine print. Make sure that you're seeing everything that needs to come across your desk. Dot your I's and cross your T's. And also, too, when the Seven of Swords comes up, I always want to say, like, be careful of what you say to who. So, like, for instance, in a job situation, don't overindulge with your coworkers, or, you know, complain with your coworkers, because you never know who's going to be using that information in a negative way to you. Does that make sense? So just be aware of what you say, how you say it, and to who. Because again, you never know. People be shady. Too trusting. Yeah, so just keep an open eye. Just keep an open eye. All right, next we got Liberius, who is joining us on Twitch. You just want one card. Watch like 5 comes out. Oh my goodness, get back in there. Thank you. What did I say? All right. Okay, well, we're going to get you that one card. We've got 9 of Pentacles. Yay, we love to see it. Your success has brought you financial security and the reward of a much-deserved time off to enjoy your own company. You may suddenly have a brilliant idea for a business or self-employment opportunity that will be very successful. Enjoy, indulge, eat that extra slice of cake, have that sweet, get yourself in a nice luxurious bath. It is time to treat yourself. Whenever I see this card, I always think of the treat yourself scene with Donna and forgetting his name from Parks and Rec. That's like my favorite show. Why am I forgetting? His name is Aziz Ansari, but I can't think of Tom. Jeez. Oh my God. Anyway, yeah. Treat yourself. Be like this cat. Enjoy a longer nap. Sleep in. Go to bed early. Love to see it. All right. Next up, we got Uka. That's awesome. Oh my gosh, of course. Of course, of course. Enjoy that dessert. Absolutely. What kind of dessert are you having? And have like 5 bites for me. I'm saving up all my dessert points for Christmas Eve. I'm trying to be good. Okay, come on. They're like all of the cards. We want to just have all the cards come out. There we go. Another release and another 7 of swords. Okay, let me get one more. Let's see here. Tis the season for change. Tis the season for transformation. All right. Yep. Walking away. Okay. So Uka, hopefully I'm saying that correctly. So we have the peacock here, which is the death card. And this is about, with this card, it says to release what no longer serves for your highest good or your purpose. Release the things that do not create a happier future there for you. It's also a card of transformation. Some call it rebirth. So it's a new cycle. It's a new change for you. Transforming and transitioning into something better, leveling up. Again, with the 7 of swords here, This is caution. This is watching out about, you know, the people who you talk to, the people that you surround yourself with, the negative thought patterns. Caution will help you avoid loss of valuables, including non-material resources, and be aware of the results of your actions as well as what others might be doing behind your back. So it's usually the card of like thievery or gossiping or not knowing if they're coming or going type of a situation. But this is, you know, also thinking outside the box like we talked about earlier. So then we come to the Eight of Cups here, which is kind of like a solution here. This is moving away and moving on. You can't really see because I don't have it in the camera. So moving on, moving toward things that make you happy, towards things that are for your highest good. So very interesting to see the two bookend here. And I like to see it. So moving away from toxic people, toxic patterns, toxic habits, be aware of who you surround yourself with. There's this saying that just popped back into my head here. Surround yourself with people who you want to learn from or who you admire. So you never want to be the smartest person in the room is the saying, I believe. Because when you surround yourself with people who you can learn from or who you admire, you are the company you keep, right? So if you're always, you know, hanging out with people who are negative or who are complaining or who just always, you know, have like a horrible outlook on all situations, then you start becoming negative. You start having a lot of complaints. But if you associate yourself with people who have nothing but the best intentions for themselves, aspirations, you start reaching higher. You start having a higher goal. You start having more positive outlooks, that sort of a thing. So remember, you are the company you keep. So who do you want to move away from? What do you want to move away from? And that's what this Eight of Cups is all about here. You feel that there's more to life than what you're living, so it's time to move on. You may be moving from a situation that isn't good for you, or perhaps you're being drawn to what would make you happy. Either way, you're in control. So that's the message here. Just be, like Syrian, be aware of who you are hanging out with. Be aware of what you say and to whom, because again, you never know who wants to use that information in a negative way. Be careful what you post on social media too, because again, you never know. And even if it's private, people still have screenshots. So that's what I see for you, Uka. Oh, thank you, Syrian. Yeah, I loved that pumpkin pie. That was so good. All right, live love. Let's see if I can figure out whether or not you're getting a surprise at midnight. I don't know. Hi, Casserole Polly. Hello. Good to see you. How are you? Welcome, welcome. You're probably going to have a lot of weird dreams too in the next couple of days due to Neptune going direct. So stay aware of that, Luis. There's a lot that can happen with Neptune being in its full force. Yeah, better safe than sorry. Yeah, of course, live love. Let's see. Okay, how about we try that again? Thank you. We don't need that many cards coming out, thanks. All right, strength, interesting. You might need your strength for what's coming for your birthday. Is it your birthday? Yeah, that's what it was. Okay. For some reason, I was like second guessing that. Shots. I don't know why, but that's what I'm seeing right now. Okay, come on, let's... Alright. Unity and Six of Pentacles. We got the kiwi. Oh, yay, hello! Thank you for subscribing. Okay. So strength is about compassion, inner strength, having fortitude. Unity, this is usually the Hierophant, which is like a teacher or community teacher, that sort of a thing. But this says, embrace this time of deep spiritual growth. You may feel called to act as a mentor, find a new teacher, or spend time with others who are also on a sacred path. I'm going to use this as a sign, since we're asking about unity, that you're going to be joined by people that you love and care about for your birthday. And again, the 6 of Autumn, this is the kiwi. This is the give and take. This is charitable. So there might be a lot of people bestowing upon you gifts and charity or drinks if you were doing anything 21 and over. So I see some good fun times here if we're talking about it in a sense of your birthday. Unity is coming out really big here with having a community around you. Seeing the strength, and it cracks me up because I see in my head like you're gonna need your strength to keep up with everything. So I don't know. That's what I am getting. I don't know if I can get anything else about what's going to happen, but there's something that's going to happen. I just don't know exactly what. You got people around you. You're gonna need some some resilience, I'll say, and then there will be the bestowing of charity upon you in some way, shape, or form. So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that's what happens. And happy birthday. That's interesting. Oh my gosh. Oh, you work together. That's awesome. Yeah, there are a lot of negative people out there, for sure. All right, bye, Luis. Yeah, happiest of birthdays. Well, with that being said, I am going to have to go. I have to go take care of my dogs, make sure they are not going crazy. They're really good babies, but when I do this, I lock them in so they don't, they have a little doggy door that has a stopper on it so they can't go out. So I make sure that they're locked in, that I know they're safe, that they're okay, that they're not causing any problems for the neighbors. So I gotta go let them out, make sure they're all doing their business before bed. And then I have to go make sure our neighborhood cats are fed, because of course we have a few that come in our backyard now at night to get plump. You guys are so welcome. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your night. Thank you for being patient with me with the technology, because that was so not fun. Happy birthday. And yay. Also, so Saturday, I will be going live again Saturday for this. I'm going to try to stream Animal Crossing in the next couple of days. We'll see how that works. But December 11th, that Saturday, I don't think I'll be able to go live, so just be aware. I do have an event that I'm going to. Thank you so much. Hugs back. I am not Russian. I mean, I think, I know I am, I guess, I don't know what the correct term is. I have I have ancestors from when it was, I don't know what it's called now. Is it called the Czech Republic, or is it, I'm so bad with all of this. But I have ancestors from there, and I guess the term that I've always heard growing up is that I have Slavic ancestors. So I don't know what the correct terminology is for that now, but yeah. I have a lot of interesting ancestors for sure. Yeah, I definitely want to play Animal Crossing. I have to stream it, especially since Syrian gifted me some amiibo cards. I have to figure out how to do that. Yes, that I've been told that my name is Czech. Yes. Hi, Ella. We're just about to close out for the night. I cannot read Russian at all. I want to learn. I want to learn all of the languages, but yeah, definitely, there's like a story behind my name, how they named me as well. I don't know. It was just kind of one of those things where it's like, we heard this beautiful name and, that's what it is. So apparently that's how I got my name. And I hated it growing up because I grew up in the age of, where your name was on everything, keychains, books, pencils, and I could never find Natasha. I could only find Natalie. So I was so upset, but now I love it. And it's kind of becoming more popular in the United States. I feel like I hear a lot more Natashas around, but I know it was popular in Russia. Did it originate in Russia? I think it did. Thank you. Yeah. No, I can't read Russian, unfortunately. I wish I could. I'm still trying to relearn Spanish. I used to be pretty good at understanding it, and I've lost a lot of that. Yeah, Black Widow is Natasha. Yeah. I still have to watch that movie. That's really cool. That is really cool. Ha! Love it. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate each and every one of you. You make my evening, you make my week, my month, and even my year. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Look for more videos coming out soon. I'm excited for what else we can do for Yule/December. And yeah. All right, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your night, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.